Big J Oakerson and Dan Soder have been fired by Sirius XM. Now, this has a lot of tie-in to what happened to Jason Ellis. So the bonfire on Sirius XM is done. These two have been fired. You could technically say Sirius just didn't renew their contract, but that's essentially the same thing. They were fired. Now, we learned from Jason Ellis when Sirius fired him that the second they fired him, they offered him another deal, but instead of a radio show, this time to do a podcast. That's what's happening with Big J and Dan Soder, and their fans want to know whether or not to cancel their subscription to Sirius because they were fired and the bonfire is no longer going to be on there. And they keep telling them to hold off because they're working out a deal to not do their radio show, The Bonfire, but to have a podcast air on Sirius. Why Sirius XM is doing this? Obviously, they want to pay these people a lot less money, and apparently you can do that when you just hire them to do a podcast than to do a radio show. Practically, I get it on Sirius's side because, I mean, everyone's doing Zoom anyway, so they pretty much are just doing a podcast type of thing. But they have been fired. The bonfire is over. And I think they've already started their new podcast because Sirius XM was probably like, put a podcast together. What's it called? The Orphan Tapes. And we'll see if you like it. And then we'll make a deal, pay you a lot less money, and we'll air that. And you can probably air it other places too, like on YouTube and stuff. So that's what happened with them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.